What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thank you everybody for supporting. This video though is entitled Don't Quit on Yourself. This is about to be the new year and everybody has New Year's resolutions. I'm not really a big fan of that, but I believe in general, don't quit on yourself. And I'm going to say this in many different facets. I've talked about weight before. Sometimes when people get overweight, they get depressed, they get sad, and they quit on themselves. You know, they look for shortcuts, let me get this diet to get me back. Or, if I take these pills, it'll get me back. And they don't, and it's hard to get the weight off, and they feel like, they're losing an uphill battle. But I'm here to tell you, it is an uphill battle in the beginning. But don't quit on yourself. It's not about the weight. It's about you making a decision that you want to be better than you are today. So you got to go through the pain to be exactly what you know that you are inside. Your betterment has to be paramount. So don't quit on yourself. As long as you're going to suffer, but as long as you are willing to suffer through it, it's going to work out in the end. So don't quit on yourself. Don't. Some of you are not in the position, maybe the financial position that you want to be in. And don't quit on yourself. You're going to get there. But, scale back a little bit, budget a little bit, whatever. Do without some things and keep it moving. Don't quit on yourself. Don't. Live, within your means or below your means. And you'll get there. And if you got to go back to school, go back to school. If you got to take a complete change of direction in life, and what do you have to lose by taking on a passion? Go take on that passion. Go do that. And commit yourself to it. But don't quit on yourself. It's not about the position you're in or the things you want to do. It's about looking yourself in the mirror and being proud of the reflection staring back at you. Be proud of yourself. And the way to be proud of yourself is to don't quit on yourself. Don't give it up. If your situation in life is not, if something is depressing you, or if something you feel is holding you back or weighing you down, and you're going to have to address it. Address it, no matter how hard it is. Address it so you can pick up and move forward. Because sometimes the things in life that hold you back are the reasons why you quit on yourself. Because you could have had a moment of truth and you kind of failed at that moment of truth. But you hold yourself to that moment of truth for the rest of your life. And don't do that to yourself. I mean, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. And not only are you going to make mistakes, you're going to mess around and you're going to wish you didn't do certain things certain ways. I've done that plenty of times. But the thing about it is, I'm not going to quit on myself. And what I mean by that in this aspect is, I'm going to have to do what it takes to make those situations right. And it may take some time to make it right. And I'm comfortable with the fact that that's a sacrifice that's just going to have to be made. So don't quit on yourself. And mentally, don't quit on yourself. Don't say, and I can't do it, it's never going to happen. No, just say I can do it. It is possible. Just because something's not probable, but does not mean it's not possible. I mean, you might think something is impossible, but it's improbable, which means, it can be done. It just can't be done by everybody. You have to have the mentality that you are the exception to the rule. You are different. You are special. And be special enough to yourself to not quit on yourself. Even if the chips are down, say, you know what? I can handle this. I can handle this. Because a lot of the regrets that people have in life, a lot of the armchair quarterbacking people do, a lot of the wants and desires that are unfulfilled has to do with you quit on yourself. You quit being confident in yourself. You quit thinking, you quit being, how can I say this? You quit being your biggest fan. You look for validation out into the world, and the world didn't give it to you. And it hurt your self-esteem. And because they didn't validate you, you didn't validate yourself. But, give yourself a pat on your back. Thank yourself for being as good as you are. Don't quit on yourself. People come and go. You could be winning in life and people come. You could be losing and people go. But you want somebody who comes into your life when you're losing and, takes a back seat when you're winning so you can shine. But no matter how the scenario breaks, the one thing that's consistent is you got to be in the game. Don't pack it in. As long as you have breath in your body, you have an opportunity to make your life change in a positive direction. And some people are going to have more obstacles than others. But don't quit on yourself because you got more obstacles than other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you got to be comfortable with you. Sometimes people look dead in the eyes, not because life beat them down, but it's because they realize they quit while life was beating them down. And life isn't going to pick them up, and they're not going to pick themselves up. Sometimes people are broken, and that happens. And I got to say this. It's okay to be broken. There are broken people who've fixed themselves and who've gotten fixed. And though they were down for a season, they got up and they made a great comeback. You can be one of those people if you're broken. So don't quit on yourself. Don't think that your depression lasts forever. Your sadness lasts forever. Your brokenness lasts forever. Don't think that, because it doesn't. Don't think your bad luck lasts forever, because it doesn't. It comes around, man. Don't think your day isn't coming. Don't talk up a negative life. Talk up a positive life and just work in that direction. And don't quit on yourself, because at some point, you're going to get the ball rolling. At some point, you're going to chip away at those obstacles or whatever wall is in your way. And you're going to see the cracks. Then you're going to see the holes. Then you're going to dig through. Then you're going to see the other side. And you can build yourself a better life. But you got to do that by being able to understand that even when times are rough, you can still be great. Even when life throws you a curveball, you can still be great. Even when you down in the game, or you was born in a negative situation, you can still turn it around, because you are the one that gets it together. You're the one who makes everything pop. You know what I'm saying? You're the master of your own destiny. Regardless of the situation, because people can change, and if people can change your person, you can change. People can go from ordinary to extraordinary, and if they can go from ordinary to extraordinary, you can go from ordinary to extraordinary. People can go from negative to positive. You can do that too. But to do that, you gotta not quit on yourself. So don't quit on yourself. Yeah. Peace.